book lovers, it is GSwiz here, and I'm here today with special guest, Camilo! And I'm gonna pick his TBR. Sorry, my baby sister is yelling.
It's Christmas.
It's Christmas Day.
Happy Christmas, by the way.
Yes, Merry Christmas. I actually meant to almost have Christmas lunch right now, but we're just in the perfect mood to film a video about Camilo's TBR for 2021. I've wanted to do this for a while. I wanted to see if I can pick a TBR for someone, and I just decided, you know, I've let him select a TBR for me, and that's gonna be happening again for the month of January, which is gonna be exciting. But I decided that I wanted to select a 5-book TBR for the entire year. So you have 365 days to read 5 of these books, and you can read anything else in between.
Yeah, hopefully I finish before that. Don't promise anything. I'm a very slow reader.
That's okay. Honestly, I think by the time you're finished all these books, which could be, you know, 2023 or 2024, we will come back and we will talk about those books.
Or 2077.
Cyberpunk? Yes, we will come and talk about those books again and learn how you thought about them. But this is the reference point video to start that off. So without further ado, I'm going to put the viewfinder down so you have no idea what I'm selecting for you. And I'm going to select these books for you. So you just stay here.
Should I close my eyes? No.
You don't have to close your eyes, just don't look.
Don't look?
Yeah, don't look at me when I'm selecting. No!
I just hear everything falling.
Yeah, so I kind of destroyed 2 anime characters on our shelves because I'm clumsy.
Okay. Oh.
No, don't look.
I'm looking.
Don't look.
I am not looking.
I sense you looking.
No, I am not. I have my eyes closed.
Okay, once you are able to look, we're going to ask you to help me get these anime characters saved.
Rescue them. They did.
Please, rescue them. This is actually really hard because I want to pick 6 or 7, but I have to pick 5.
7? Well,
Yeah.
those 2 will be the bonus book.
Bonus book? No, it's okay. I'm not gonna pressure you. Alright, so Luffy is, he's cut in half, and,
Did I?
Ram lost her head.
No.
Okay.
So, right.
If you are ever going to be a figurine collector, just know the consequences if you put them on your bookshelves. So, first one I've picked out for you is Strange the Dreamer by Laini Taylor.
Oh.
I think I remember you saying yesterday that you were intrigued.
I was just because the title, but I know that the cover is always a lie. Sometimes the cover doesn't define what is in the story. I've been tricked many times because of that, but I think because you said it's good, I was even more intrigued about this book.
Well, I like Strange the Dreamer a lot because it is just as weird as its concept. It technically is very much about dreams, and when you read the scenes that have to do with dreams, it feels dreamlike. It got to the point where I kind of experienced each character in my dream. This book got me through hard times, but also the story impacted me a lot. Usually I think to myself, a story impacts me a lot if the characters end up in your dreams. I find it so ironic that the characters in a book about dreams ended up in my dreams. So that's why it's so impactful to me. Not everyone loves it, and that makes sense, but it is honestly a very beautiful read in my opinion. So I would like you to try it out.
I try when I finish Kafka on the Shore. It's taking so long.
Speaking of Kafka on the Shore, I want you to read another Haruki Murakami book. I prefer Kafka on the Shore over this book, but a lot of people, when they're talking about their favorite Haruki Murakami book, they either talk about Norwegian Wood, they talk about Kafka on the Shore, or they talk about the Windup Bird Chronicle by Haruki Murakami. Now this one's a longer one. I think this one is 600 pages, but this one is similar among the lines of Kafka on the Shore because it's a book rooted in magical realism.
Right.
And I think that you would like this book almost as much as Kafka on the Shore. You might like it better, or you might prefer Kafka on the Shore, but I know that you're enjoying Kafka on the Shore at the moment, so I would recommend the Windup Bird Chronicle for you to read as your next Murakami read.
Another Murakami read. This is gonna take another year.
Yes, that's gonna be your entire TBR for 2021.
How long is Kafka?
Kafka on the Shore is 550 pages, and that's 600 pages. So,
oh well, it's not too different.
But the Windup Bird Chronicle is really good. So I should have posted my top 20 books of 2020 on my channel. Now, to give you guys context, I've chosen for Camilo my top 3 reads of 2020 for him to read. My third favorite book of 2020 was The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue by Victoria Schwab. I really wanted you to read either A Darker Shade of Magic or Vicious because both of them are really good, completely different concepts. One's about villains and then the other one is about parallel Londons. I internally selected one of those two before I read this book, and I realized, no, for me this book means a lot to me. I want everyone to experience it. I want everyone to experience Victoria Schwab's writing through this specific book. It was very impactful to me. Her other books are really different, but this one is just a lot more of a personal choice for me. So I want you to try this one out. This one's the UK edition. But,
it's the book that destroyed you.
Yes, it is the book that destroyed me. Camilo really had to try to comfort me through it. Yeah, you were looking.
I love your books. They're so cute.
Oh, our books. And then my second favorite read of 2020 was House of Earth and Blood by Sarah J Maas.
Isn't this like an Isaiah trilogy or something?
It's a start.
Oh, it's a start of a trilogy.
Well, I mean, Strange the Dreamer is the start of a duology.
Oh.
I recommend you at least start it, see how you go. But this whole entire book is just really good. I loved House of Earth and Blood so much, and I've explained to you that I've loved Sarah J Maas's writing for years. If there is one Sarah J Maas book that I would recommend everyone read to experience kind of the best first book in a series that Sarah J Maas has written, I'd say it's House of Earth and Blood, because it's packed with everything you possibly want, whereas the other two kind of leave you with some sort of questions and uncertainty. I mean, that's kind of good in terms of what goes on next in the series, but this one is overall very satisfying. It does get pretty sexy too, so.
Oh, sexy. That's beautiful art inside as well. Yes, here.
And then my favorite book of 2020.
Oh, number 1?
Yes, number 1.
Wow.
That I want you to read, if you can, is Chosen Ones by Veronica Roth.
Oh.
This book, once again, as like a bunch of the books that I mentioned on this TBR, really impacted me. The protagonist Sloane, for me, I think because you've seen my journey, I'll just let you know now, Sloane is someone who I connect to. That's kind of why the story meant a lot to me, but also this book contains dimension travel. It also contains the Chosen Ones trope, but done in a kind of different way. And
what's the Chosen Ones? Like heroes?
Yes.
Oh,
so
okay.
this has to do with heroes in a sense, but it's a fantasy, not necessarily like just a science fiction superhero thing. It actually has to do with magic, which is very fascinating. And yes, dimensions, this kind of gave me like Into the Spider-Verse vibes in a way. It was just very fascinating to read. And also Veronica Roth, you already know, is my favorite author, the author of Divergent, which you were reading but you DNF'd. So, but if there's a book that I could recommend you pick up from there, it's this one.
So beautiful as well. Look at these.
So, how are you able to process that? What do you think of my selection? Is it bad? Is it good? Is it nerve-wracking? How do you feel?
I think it's a very personal choice for you. All of the books you gave me are very personal in how they make you feel and how they impact your life. So I'm really grateful to be recommended this list, to see a little bit how you see the war. It's gonna be fun.
With a little bit of Murakami.
Yeah, a little bit of Murakami is always good. I really like it. Thank you, babe.
No worries. I'm relieved because I was thinking to myself, would this look very intimidating considering they're chunky books? I think the smallest one out of the bunch is Chosen Ones.
I'll do my best.
No pressure, but read them! I guess that's gonna be it for this video today, book lovers. If you happen to like this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel if you haven't yet already joined the amazing community of book lovers, and also check Camilo out.
Check me out.
Where can they find you?
Instagram at Camilo Draws, which is gonna be a link in the description, I guess.
Yeah.
Maybe not.
Camilo_draws on Instagram, and he also has a YouTube channel, which I will link down in the description as well.
Yeah, check out that. Just my work in animation.
Can they follow you on Twitter too?
Oh, on Twitter, yeah, I almost forget about Twitter.
You can follow him on Twitter as well. The link
on Twitter, please. I like to.
Check him out on Twitter, check him out on the social medias. Go support him and his work. Also, you can follow me on social media. I'm at itsgswizzelbooks on Twitter and Instagram, and I'm also Goodreads. That's www.goodreads.com/gswizzle. We love you, book lovers, and we will see you later. Peace.
Started out with half and I flipped it into double. Started out with half and I flipped it into double.